Hey y'all, welcome to Art of the Budget. My name is Nicole. My pronouns are she and her, and I live in the Pacific Northwest on the traditional unceded territories of the Coast Salish nations. Today we're doing a budget check-in. This is July 2021, week 4. If you're new here, I basically go through and categorize all my transactions. I'm using a free Dave Ramsey product called Every Dollar. There is a paid version. I am not personally a fan of Dave Ramsey, but this software works well for me in the way that I do my budget. At the end of the day, I think just finding a product that works well for your brain and kind of the way you have things set up is super helpful for keeping track of the budget. So I use it and until I find something better. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into transactions. Like I said, I just go through and categorize every transaction. If you're returning, thanks so much for coming back and helping me stay accountable to my budget. And yeah, if you enjoy this video, I would love it if you would like it. And if you haven't already and you enjoy this kind of content, I would love it if you would subscribe. Let's dive into those transactions. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. One thing I did is I finally added up my interest income. So I'm going to put that in right there. And I did change it in here. It's $528. So yeah, I just have my emergency fund and my sinking funds and a high yield savings account. There is not really any high yield savings account that's particularly high, and I don't spend too much time chasing the highest interest rate, especially right now. There just isn't much out there. But what I did do was I recently had to change banks because I was using the Simple app and they went out of business, I guess. And someone on a Facebook group let me know that Capital One 360 was having a special where if you open an account and you did some particular direct deposit stuff, you got $400. I think they're still running a special and it's $150, and it does work pretty well. I like that you can put your money into different buckets. Anyway, I guess it works as well as any other account. But that bonus, that sign-on bonus, is pretty great. So when it makes sense, I do some of those sign-on bonus things, but otherwise, I'm mostly just focused on keeping that emergency fund easily accessible and then investing as much as possible elsewhere. But anyway, paycheck 2 came in, so let me put that in next month. Basically, I just set my paychecks from this month into this next month category. It doesn't really go anywhere, but that just lets me know what to budget off for next month. Okay, so that was $1,488. Oh goodness, 75. $1,488.75. Okay, that's going to go next month. And yeah, okay, I went to Value Village and I picked up a couple things. I actually found a really cute pair of pants from some brand, I don't know, but they were kind of exactly what I was looking for. Linen, wide leg. I've been kind of playing with my style a little bit. Not really, style's not the right word, but I basically wear a uniform, the same thing every day. So I've been playing with that a little bit, and I found these cool pants. So that was exciting, and I also found a skirt which suits my current uniform perfectly. So I picked those up. And so yeah, that will go into clothing. I might be a little over in that department, but that's okay. All right, and then I went to Safeway and picked up a few staples for the kitchen. I was out of salt. What else did I say? Sugar and almond milk. Yeah, I needed to get a few things. And I went in and I actually only bought those things, which is fine. I think that was pretty cool. I don't usually do that. So $14.77. I kind of can't believe that I still have $92.38 left in groceries, but that's okay. I bought some groceries at f.i.r.e. I like how I wrote food, I guess, as opposed to other things. Oh wait, no, actually, food antifreeze. So, f.i.r.e. is kind of like a Walmart. It has various sections, and I did buy some antifreeze for my car. So I guess I'll put that much into car maintenance. and the rest will go in groceries. So I think that was, I'm just gonna put 10. I think it was like $8.99 or something, and then the rest, $36.82, will go in groceries. Okay. All right. While we're over here in the restaurant area, I may have eaten out or gotten bubble tea at the same place 3 times in 1 week. I randomly discovered this place. Well, I didn't discover it, but they just moved in next to the f.i.r.e where I grocery shop, and it just happened that I was on that side of town 3 times this week, and I got tea there 3 times. So it's a little wild. It was $8.47 each time, so the tea is about $7 plus a tip, and yeah, I don't know, it's a little wild. I think I'm a little late on the bubble tea train, but I have really been enjoying it. Okay, I'm just going to move on now. So $8.47 times 3 going into restaurants. One of those times was actually when I had dinner with my friend. We had a meeting about a fundraiser that we're doing, and we decided to get takeout at this new place in town. It's this little like Korean fast food place. I don't know if it's Korean fast food, but it's like Korean style fast food atmosphere, called Bulgogi Hustle, which I think is such a cool name. And then I suggested that we stop and get tea as well. So anyway, Bulgogi Hustle was $18.34, so that's going in restaurants. And I am quite a bit over that this week, or this month. So I gotta definitely rein that in next month. Okay, so next up, I had one of my things of sharing my income come out. That is, where are you? Sharing my income is the first thing. $25 for crafting the future. Parking, I did pay to park downtown at some point, and I just usually take that out of gas or like transportation in general. Okay, last but not least, I paid for a painting class that I'm taking. So I actually did a thing. I actually reached out to a lender. I know another artist who is a real estate agent, and they connected me with some lending options. And I reached out to a lender to find out like what I could qualify for a mortgage. You know, housing market is wild right now, I think across the country, definitely here. It's been wild since I moved here. And in fact, being a renter, despite being a renter with a full-time state job, has been really hard. So I can only imagine it's even more difficult for folks who don't have full-time work. But anyway, previously, homeownership was not really on my radar, but with the sort of like housing insecurity that I've felt, even as someone with a full-time job in this town that I'm in, where it's like quickly increasing. I mean, this pitch that the whole country is at, it has been building here very significantly because we're so close. We're right outside Seattle, so we're close to tech. I don't know. I don't really know all the things, but anyway, feeling that housing insecurity has made me more interested in home ownership. So I checked that out, and probably there's not that many houses in the area that I could even consider affording. But I just love knowing that all this work has sort of led to me even having the option. Like my friend said, isn't it wild that like a bank would be willing to lend you that much money? And it is totally wild. So anyway, not something I'm jumping into like probably anytime soon, but I am kind of committing, I think, to starting in August, saving as much money as possible. Now I'm still gonna I have one potential travel thing coming up that I would like to do. I do hope I can go home as I usually did in December, barring any worsening COVID situations. But just in general, I'm going to be sort of recommitting to filling up that home down payment fund. Okay, so that said, one thing I wanted to do this month and that I think is totally awesome is take this oil painting class. I'm a 3D artist. I'm a ceramic artist. I have not really ever done oil painting. So I am taking this class and it was $275. And so I'm going to see where I can take this from. I think I'm going to take it from Serotonin Boost and Fun. Do I have anything left in me? No. I feel like there was somewhere else I could take this from. I really did think I had this figured out before I started recording. Oh, and education. Okay, so let's see if we can do this. Let's see at least how much we can get. Serotonin boost, education, fun. I don't know why fun never comes up like as the top one. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Oh, this is so difficult. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I think I had 68. Serotonin boost. Education was 50. Fun was like 29. Track expense. What's happening? Oh, I have to finish. Okay, so where's 28? 128 going to come out of? I think it will come out of, well, I guess maybe I'll just have it be extra for right now. So let's go ahead and say serotonin boost. Let's see. I call this 196. Okay, so we'll track that. That was complicated. Okay, so I'm 127 over, and I will figure out where I'm going to take that from by the end of the month. Okay, so now last but not least, and along the same lines, okay, so I got my refund from the Department of Education. So I actually had done one payment after the COVID forbearance started. So it started mid-March, I believe, and my payment is March 26th, or my payment is on the 26th. So I had made the payment and I didn't really worry about it. I'm doing public service loan forgiveness, so I always worry. I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to upset anything. But as time has passed, more information has come out, and even basically I got an email, I mentioned this in another video, from Fed Loan, who is the servicer for my loans, saying that I was eligible for this refund. So I went ahead and called and asked for it. And I don't remember what month I talked about it in, but it took a few months, to come through. But I got it yesterday, and normally I would just drag this into well, I'm going to just go ahead and drag this into miscellaneous income. But I am noting to myself that 303.24 is going into my down payment fund. So I'm going to go ahead and change this. So $303.04 plus 140 equals 443.04 is going into this. 443.04. So it's going to show as 303.04 over budget. I'm just doing this to really highlight for myself, for future Nicole who is reconciling the budget, that much is going into the down payment fund. And yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about recommitting to that. I don't know, like I said, what what will come of this whole journey, but I just love having the information. I love seeing my hard work in this personal finance area pay off. And I love just feeling more security. I live in a cool place right now. I rent. I'm not planning to go anywhere, but I just like knowing that if something were to necessitate it, that I would have options other than just finding another rental, which honestly has been really difficult the whole 6 years I've lived here, but it is nearly impossible now. So yeah, I don't know. Stability, security, it's good stuff. Anyway, this was a real chatty budget check-in, a little bit of news, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.